The world was a bad place then. People did not listen to God. They filled their days with wrong things. Evil seemed to spread across the earth. God looked down and saw all of this. It made him very sad indeed. He saw that human hearts were wicked. The earth had become corrupt. Violence was everywhere. But in this world there was one man. His name was Noah. Noah was very different from the others. He was a good and just man. He chose to walk faithfully with God. He lived a righteous life each day. God looked kindly upon Noah. Noah found favor in the eyes of God. God then made a very big decision. He decided he must cleanse the earth. He would send a great, powerful flood. This flood would wash all the evil away. Noah was the one chosen for this. He would help the world begin anew. God shared his divine plan with Noah. Noah had a very special role to play. He promised to obey all God's commands. God spoke directly to Noah. He gave him a very important task, a task of enormous proportions. Noah listened with great attention. He understood every single word. This task would save humanity. It would also save the animals. God's plan was unfolding. Noah was ready to obey. God told Noah to build a huge boat. This boat was to be called an ark. It had to be very, very big enough to hold many creatures. And for Noah and his family, this ark would be their refuge, their protection from the coming waters, a vessel of survival and hope. The ark was to be made of gopher wood. It needed to have many rooms inside, different spaces for different needs. God instructed Noah to seal it inside and out with pitch. This black sticky tar would make it waterproof. God gave Noah specific measurements. The ark was to be very long. Noah prepared to start the great work. So Noah began to follow God's instructions. He did everything just as God commanded. He worked hard for many, many years. Building the ark was a long labor. People around him probably watched. They might have mocked him. But Noah kept his unwavering faith. He trusted in God's plan completely. Then God told Noah it was time to gather all the animals, 2 of every kind of creature, a male and a female of each. For some clean animals, 7 pairs. This was to preserve life on earth. The animals came to Noah. They entered the ark, 2 by 2, once Noah, his wife, and his sons. And his sons' wives were all inside, and all the animals were safely aboard. God himself shut the door of the ark. Then the rains began to fall. It rained for 40 long days, and it rained for 40 long nights. The waters rose higher and higher. Soon the waters covered everything on earth. The ark floated on the vast ocean. The waters stayed upon the earth. They remained for many, many months. Finally, God remembered Noah. He sent a wind to blow over the earth. Slowly, the waters started to go down. The flood began to recede at last. The ark came to rest gently. It settled on the mountains of Ararat. Noah waited, then he sent out a raven. The raven flew back and forth. Later, he sent out a dove. The dove returned, finding no place to rest. He sent it out again after 7 days. This time the dove came back. It held a fresh olive leaf in its beak. This was a wonderful sign. It meant there was dry land nearby. Hope filled their weary hearts. God then spoke to Noah once more. He told him it was time to leave. Noah, his family, and all the animals, they all stepped out onto a cleansed earth. Noah built an altar there. He offered thanks to God. God then made a solemn promise. He set a beautiful rainbow in the sky.